Hey guys, it's Steve. Be sure to like and subscribe. Today I'm going to talk to you about why I live small. I had somebody write to me the other day in a comment on one of my videos, on one of my latest videos, and he was asking me why I live small rather than large, and why am I saving, and why don't I, why do I live like I'm in poverty? I don't live like I'm in poverty. I'm going to state this right now. I don't live like I'm in poverty. I live pretty well. I live like I would back home in the States, basically, probably actually better because I have more money here. By living in a smaller house, it gives me the opportunity to live larger in a lot of ways. I don't need a big house to be happy. I just like to travel and go out to eat and things like that. By living in a smaller home versus paying $500 or $600 for a nice apartment in the Philippines, I live in a nice apartment already. I live in a small home and I live decent, And I've had a few people ask me this before. And when I first come over here, I lived on very low income. I started out on low income, and then my income got modified by other income that was coming in. And then I got the YouTube income that was coming in, okay? And I'm not going to get into my personal stuff, like my pensions and stuff like that, but I'm going to just tell you that I just decided to live smaller and save a little bit because I know things are coming down the path down the road that might not be good for us, both in the world, Forex problems, and we've talked about that. So a lot of the people that fail over here, and I don't plan on being a failure, Anybody that knows me and has watched my videos knows that I tell people to save, and for you guys out there that think that you're going to come over here and you're going to live large, that's what's going to cause your failure. Because the second you have a problem, you need to come up with cash because of a sickness or an accident or something, whatever it may be. Maybe your girlfriend has something she needs to go to the hospital for, but you're going to need to pay for that. And where's that money going to come from if you're spending all your money and you're living large? I live decent here. I mean, anybody that's seen my videos knows that my home is pretty decent. I know some of you people. You come from a different lifestyle. You come from maybe upper middle class or something like that, and you don't want to live like I do. That's okay. But you put yourself at risk when you're retired because most people are making less income in their retirement unless you really put away a lot of your money when you were working. Most of you people are going to be living on less. And with all the problems going on in the United States right now, let's face it, we have a lot of things coming up that could put everybody in poverty. We have people on here talking about a stock market crash, and a whole bunch of people commented about that the other day when I put my portfolio on there. And I mean, everybody today is kind of focused on this major disaster is going to happen in the world, and it might. But, all throughout time, we've heard that this disaster is going to come, okay? And disasters come and they go, and the end of the world is coming. We hear that all the time. We've heard that, all throughout our lives, and we've heard it since before Jesus came. Let's face it, it's true. If we live thinking that like that, then what's life for? You know what I mean? I myself am a Christian. I believe that God's going to take care of me. That's my beliefs. I know you guys. I'm not getting into religion here, so don't worry. But I'm just saying, a lot of you guys out there, keep thinking that the stock market's going to crash. The stock market crashes all the time. Every once in a while, it crashes and it comes back, and it comes back roaring. And the best time to invest in the stock market is when it's down, not when it's up. When it's down, I invested when it was down, and I made more than doubled my money. Okay, and I shared my Expat portfolio the other day, and some of you guys were saying, well, you're risky, you're into tech stock, tech stock could crash, but you could put it into something else that could crash too. That's the whole thing about the stock market is risk. I don't care if it crashes a little bit. If it crashes 30, 40, 50%, I still have my original investment in it. I actually took out my original investment, by the way. And I told you guys, I did take out some money already. So that's why I say, I think I made about 140% in about a year and 2 months or something like that. That's pretty quick. That's really good. One guy commented of something about Warren Buffett can't even do that. Well, yeah, some people do. There's been funds that have made over 100% in a year. So, you guys like that make comments like that, make sure you do your homework before you make statements like that, because there have been funds that made over 100% in a year. And I don't have any magical formula or anything like that. I just picked and researched good funds. But to get back to what I was talking about my house and living the way I live and saving, why do I save? The guy asked me, why am I saving? I save for the future because I'm still young, okay? And I did a thing about second retirements before. I did a video about it because if I can save on my first retirement and still be retired, when I turn 68, I can have even more money if I can save now, because I'm going to need more money in the future because of cost of living or whatever. But also, when I turn 68, that's when I'm going to take my Social Security probably. I could take it earlier if I want. I haven't really decided whether I'm going to take it at 62 or 68. Okay, I have the WEP thing that comes into play, so it's a little bit different for me versus other people. Okay, because they take part of that money away. But okay, I don't want to ever find myself in a financial pickle. I never want to find myself in a financial pickle. So for me to live small, I find myself safer. I find myself happier. I lived large one time. Okay, I was making over $250,000 a year when I did an eBay business and was flipping homes and stuff like that. And let me tell you something. I didn't have any time to myself. I was unhappy. I had money all over the place. I did what I wanted to do. I drove what I wanted to drive. I drove a Land Rover. I did all that stuff. I lived like that. And I just kind of tuned down my life because it was too big. And it's life that money starts to own you, because you have to go up to fix your rentals. You have to have people that aren't paying their rents. You have to chase after people. You're the time that you want to spend on the weekend to yourself, you can't because you're doing all this other stuff. People are calling you about the sink's broken, what have you, because you have rentals, okay? The other thing is if you, like with me, I had an eBay business too. I had to get all my stuff mailed out. At the time, my wife didn't want to help me do anything. She didn't want to be a part of the business, but she loved to spend the money at the time, but that's the way she was, and that was one of the reasons why I tuned everything down, because, nobody wants to help, nobody's going to benefit. So I just shut it off. I was happy. I'm happy being either poor or rich. It doesn't matter to me. Money doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. I could, as long as I got food in my mouth and a roof over my head, I'm happy. And like some people think like, well, I want to live really good in my retirement. I'm living good. That's what you guys don't get. Some of you guys like out there, the trolls out there, think like I'm not living well. I do live well. I live very happy. Look where I am. This is where I live. I have a decent house. I have AC. I have 2 refrigerators, filled with food. I have a nice room. I sleep well at night, and I don't worry about money because I save. And as long as I have that money going into my bank account, I have peace of mind. If I'm spending money, spending $600 a month on rent or whatever, or $500 or $400, that's a lot of money to me. I don't like to spend that kind of money, you guys have seen the video of my apartment. I live in a nice Western style apartment. Some people say, well, oh, it's really tiny, it's a closet. You guys live in the United States, so you're used to live in a Western style. Go to Japan or China or some of these places, because they live in boxes. In the Philippines, this is like living high, because these places are not boxes. They're small, yes, but they're not like living in some of these places over in Japan and stuff like that. They have like these hotels that are like a box you sleep in. It's just a bed with AC and a TV, and you have to use a public bathroom and a public shower and stuff like that. In some of these hotels, they're like boxes that you sleep in. They're not regular hotels. They're cheaper, but you pay a cheaper price to stay in those. But there's people that actually live in houses like that, in parts of Japan and parts of China and parts of Hong Kong and places like that. So I'm living good because I have a living room, I have a kitchen, I have a bathroom, I have a dirty kitchen out back. You know, I have my bedroom. The bedroom's so big I divided it into two. I have a porch. I'm sitting out here right now. You know, so like for some of you people that think like that's poverty. Wow, you know, like because you guys don't know what poverty is then. Walk around some of the squatters' villages in the Philippines and you'll know what poverty is. Because I don't live a step above poverty. I live pretty well over here. And anybody would tell you over in the Philippines that I probably live middle class. Okay? Middle class here is not middle class in the United States. It's totally different. I did a video on that, what is rich and poor. And I also did one, what is rich, but that's different. If you watch what is rich and what is poor, I actually tell the amounts of the different brackets, okay, of, you know, like middle class, upper middle class, rich, poor. I go through in pesos what is rich and what is poor, okay? So you guys can watch that. It's an older video. If you go way back, or just go into my page and then go into videos and go way down, you'll see it. It's got like a blue and white picture on there, and you'll see it, and it says what is rich and poor in the Philippines. It's a really good video because it covers all that and it breaks it down into like what is rich and what is poor. Because here, you know, when you're living on a very low income because the rents are so cheap, you know, like a livable wage is like $500 for a Filipino. That's a livable wage. That can pay for your apartment and food for the month because they live on rice and stuff like that. It's a different type of lifestyle. For us over here, if we're living on $2,000 to $3,000, you know, I mean, we're living pretty good, you know, and even at $1,500, you're living pretty decent, you know, over here. But if you're living from $2,000 to $3,000, you're living relatively well. You're able to go up to Mall of Asia, go out to eat once in a while, go to Red Lobster, Texas Roadhouse, you know, go to Kenny Rogers and eat, you know, go out to eat once a week or something, or twice a week, you know, and you can, I order steaks sometimes. They deliver them to the house. I cook them here. So don't think because I live small that I live bad. I actually live better than most because I get to spend a little extra money on things that I enjoy, like steaks, or going out to dinner, or going to Prime Steakhouse and having unlimited steak night. You know, it's not good for you, but I enjoy going out there once in a while. Maybe once every couple weeks. You know, and, you know, I just want to cover that because I think a lot of people have this misconception that expats live like they're poverty stricken over here. And I mean, I love sitting here, going on the internet in this chair, watching videos, or going inside the house. I watch Netflix. I like watching Sons of Anarchy. It's one of my favorite shows. It's kind of a brutal show, but I kind of like the way the story goes on there because whoever wrote for that is really good. I enjoy my life here, and you know, I don't want to change that by moving to a bigger house. But anyway, I just want to say that, guys. Thank you for watching, and you know, I hope that kind of explains things, you know, to you guys they're wondering why, you know, I live the way I live. I don't live, like I said, I don't live poverty-stricken by no means, you know, and I don't live low. I live medium, okay? And I will always save, and if you're an expat here, you should always be saving some money for emergencies. You should always be saving for the future. You should still be doing investing. If you're in your 50s or early 60s, yes, you should still be investing. You know, because you still have a future. You could live to be 80 or 90. There are people that live that age. In my family, people live to be in their mid-80s, usually. So that says something right there, you know, that I have to plan for that I'm going to live that long. And I don't want to be penniless. I don't want to have to, you know, end up going back to the States and check into a soldier's home or something like that because I don't have any money, you know. I don't want that to happen. I want to, you know, I want to live happy till the day I die, you know, and I don't want to be penniless. And I will never, ever let myself get to that point. But anyway, guys, God bless, take care, and be sure to like and subscribe, guys. I hope that explains things a little bit better to some of you guys, because some of you guys seem to be a little worried about that, and that will explain to you why. Thank you, guys.